Okay. New game time. Book 2. The War of Heroes. After 5 long years, the Great War with Darua Empire, which caused much suffering, and was later called the War of Darkness, ended with defeat of the Earth Dragon King, Mediath. The warriors who had gathered under the Fire Emblem returned to their homelands, and to restore the lands from devastation used up much strength. Among the countries that once made up the 7 kingdoms of Achaea, Gra and Grunia were ruined. Eretia, Orleans, Macedonia, and Talus were also deeply scarred. Even the Grand Kingdom of Achaea was undergoing restoration. Then, at the royal capital Palace, which was still shaken by the war, an important event occurred. King Orleans' younger brother, Hardin, married the Princess Nina and ascended as the 24th king of Achaea. After becoming king, Hardin, although seemingly reluctant, instantly restored the country. He gathered many soldiers to create a powerful army. Following that, he declared the restoration of the Holy Empire of Achaea and declared himself emperor. 1 year after the end of the war with Darua, the world seems to be entering a state of peace. Though the wheels of fate appear to have a fall. I fear for the future of video games if GTA 6 is successful. I mean, GTA 5 was successful, and I think that game was pretty bad. Like, it's fine. I don't know. It's, you know, it didn't change video games forever. And in fact, video games sort of were already ahead of it when it came out, right? So I don't really think it really made a difference. 1 year has passed since the War of Darkness ended. Thanks for the efforts of Prince Mark, the Kingdom of Eretia, devastated by war, finally begins to stabilize. The Knight Jagan, who succeeded the Il Mordaunt, became the prince's tactician and helped him rule the country by his side. Afterwards, Princess Sheeta was welcomed to Eretia her marriage with Prince Marth was announced. The citizens of Aritia were happy for the pair's fortune, and Sheeta was passionately welcomed to the country. However, nearing the day of the wedding, a letter suddenly comes from the Imperial Palace of Pallas, containing an imperial order. Dear Prince Marth of Aritia, at the Kingdom of Grunia, occupied by Arcania, is a huge rebellion has broken out. I request your country to subdue Grunia. Your Highness, please send Aritia's full army immediately to quell Grunia's rebellion. Emperor Hardin. The Kingdom of Achaea is the suzerain state to Aritia, and its orders must be followed. The helpless Marth orders the knights Cain to protect his kingdom, and leaves along with Jagan and the others to an expedition to Grunia. Why aren't you using the Heroes of Light translation? Two reasons. One, this is funnier. And funnier is always better. But two, the bigger reason, modding FE3 is very weird, and for some reason the only way I could get Zero Growths to work is by, after modding Zero Growths, applying the old translation patch over the new translation patch. Somehow that made it work. I don't know why. It did. It just did. Jagan, we finally arrived. Is that the Rebels' fortress? I just saw the Occupation Army's commander, General Lang. You should ask him directly. So, you are Lord Marth. Currently, the situation is relaxed. We have already subdued most of the rebels, and all that remains is the fortress. Since you are here, I'll leave the job of defeating the rebels' leader, General Lawrence, to you. Huh? The leader of the rebels is General Lawrence? Why would he rebel? Oh, I don't know why. But it is a fact that he is hiding Grunia's prince. He's probably dreaming of restoring the kingdom of Grunia. What a fool. He really thought his rebellion would be victorious? Lord Marth, he would kill Lawrence and bring back the hidden Grunian royal children. We will leave this place to you and pursue the escaping rebels. We must show those Grunian fools the consequences of opposing us. General Lang, what are you planning to do? If you want to know, I'm going to slaughter the families of the rebels. Then we will burn down any villages that harbor the rebels. That will stop them from contemplating rebellion again. Ha 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 ha! I can almost see the tears on the faces of those fools. What? How can you be so cruel? There's nothing wrong. You'd best follow my orders and not think too much about things. Or, do you also intend to rebel against Achaea? What? Of course not. Then you'd better listen to my orders. Lord Marth, don't think too highly of yourself. In my eyes, you are just prince of a weak country. With his power, Achaea can destroy our country at any time. Don't forget about this. Jagan, what's going on? Why has Hardin handed over this country to such a man? General Lang was once a noble of Achaea. However, the previous war he supported the Druni Empire. I heard that he stole from people to add to his own wealth. I fear he has continued his ways in Grunia and caused suffering to its people. So General Lawrence's rebellion is completely understandable. Jagan, how can you say things so casually? If we don't inform Hardin of the truth, more innocent people will be killed. Your Highness, I understand your feelings. However, Lawrence's rebellion is a fact. First, we must see that we can help them. Basically, we should listen to what the citizens have to say, so we can affirm that has happened in this country. Then your Highness can talk to General Lawrence personally. But the rebels don't know we're from Aritia. Can we reach the fortress safely? Don't worry. Most of the rebels have already fled. All that remains is Lawrence and the children of the fortress. Blocking our path are only bandits who have taken advantage of the confusion to raid the village. They are no problem for us. You can order Alan to defeat them in one blow if you want. However, your Highness, we have some fresh recruits in our army that could be of some experience, that could use some experience fighting. To them, bandits are relatively strong foes, so be careful not to push them too much. If possible, I would have liked to fight as well, but my body is not what it used to be. I will stay by your Highness's side as your tactician. Well, your Highness, we should go. Heroes of Light is amazing, but it doesn't have Alan. Oh, that's Cecil. It doesn't have Alan, though. Have you considered Alan? There's cut content behind the ultimate version, which is $100. The box only has a code, that type of shit. That's, I hate to break it to you, but that's already a thing, though. Unfortunately. Let's quickly take a break so I can pull up this. I know we're already getting sidetracked, but this is important. Okay, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave for the Nintendo Switch 2. So, digital, it's $70. The special edition is $120. You worried about $100 for the Ultimate Edition of Grand Theft Auto? The Ultimate Edition of Fortune's Weave is $120. That's, you know, a lot of money. They're also charging extra to get a physical version. It's a $70 game with a $10 upcharge if you want the box. So, you know, we're already there, unfortunately. The fuck does Fortune's Weave have to be worth $20 more than GTA 6? I mean, it might actually be a good game, which is something GTA 6 won't be. I'm gonna be deliberately inflammatory. I think Grand Theft Auto sucks balls! I think they're bad video games! I think they control poorly. The shooting is bad, the driving is bad, the planes are awful. The story's alright. Why does every gaming company hate physical releases now? I mean, in fairness, right? I think digital should be cheaper than physical, but they should do it by making digital cheaper, not by making physical more expensive. The fact that it's extra money for the physical instead of less money for the digital is what is bullshit, right? If the physical version was like $60 or $70 and you paid $10 less for the digital, then that would actually be a good thing. They're actually passing on the savings to you. By making it be $80 for physical, they are, like I see that as an upcharge for physical. That is more expensive than the norm for physical. They're trying to get rid of secondary sales. Didn't they already kill GameStop? Didn't GameStop die? That was like their mortal enemy, was GameStop. And they killed it. Reddit tried to revive it with GameStonks. GTA 6 lets you play as multiple genders, whereas Fire Emblem still gender locks classes. Oh, you didn't see the leak! You didn't see the leak! They're not gender locking classes anymore in Fortune's Weave! Damn! You didn't see! They got female fist class now! Female fisticuffs! I can't believe you didn't see female fist class. Catherine wishes she was in Fortune's Weave. The female fist thing, they might still gender lock Pegasi. I mean, Fates didn't. And that's why Fates is the greatest Fire Emblem game of all time. Should we dive into these unit reviews? Only the female MC can paint her nails in GTA. Oh, that's Ultimate Version exclusive. Are they really charging $100 to paint your fucking nails? Engage didn't let men be Pegasus Knights and had no other gender lock classes. Yeah, but it was mostly irrelevant. Anyway, common Engage L. I shouldn't say that. I'll get the fucking haters out here. I don't want to feed them. But it is an L. It is an L. It is an L. I think even the Engage fans can admit it's an L. And if you can't, I don't know. It's an L. It's an L. I should probably pull up the FE3 Marth. FE3 Gordon. FE3 Ryan. FE3 Cecil. FE3 Luke. FE3 Rhodey. FE3 Aaron. And FE3 Drog. Okay, I think we do unit reviews now. And we'll start with Marth. Marth is pretty damn good. These are respectable base stats. 6 attack, 9 speed, 7 defense, 8 weapon level. And he's got respectable growths. 50% strength growth, 50% speed growth, 40% weapon level growth, 20% defense growth, but nobody has good defense growths in FE3. Except for, like... Actually, I don't know who does. Basically no one. I was gonna say except for armors, but, like, Doga's got 10%, lol. It's mostly the bases that you get good growths on. But yeah, Marth is pretty good. Obviously, getting Falchion is the best and really only way to defeat Medius. So you kind of want to invest in him, but he's solid throughout. Rapier's good, and only he and Fema can use it. He's just solid. Like, just solid all around. Swords are good. Yeah, Marth is a good unit. Surprisingly, Marth is pretty good in basically, like, every appearance except for FE11. Poor FE11 Marth. But yeah, FE3 Marth. Good. Both Marths good. Make Sword Axe Pegasi a thing for the old... Oh, you were still talking about Engage. Yeah, no, we're not. Tiki. Oh, Tiki has a good defense growth, but she's got a good everything growth, right? Yeah. I don't really have much to say other than, like, sword good, rapier good. It's only effective against armors and cavaliers, not like bow knights. It's, you know, FE6 rules, but still solid option. Good unit moment. Should we talk about the Cavs next? So, oh boy, Rhodey. The Christmas Cavs. Not quite Christmas Cavs. Cav is just not a great class to be in this game because of dismounting. Lances are alright. Swords are good. You can dismount to use swords. Dismounting penalties are a little bit cringe. They're promotion bonuses, basically. Well, so when unpromoted, he loses movement and nothing. But when promoted, if you dismount, you lose your promotion bonuses, right? And that's how it works for the Cavs. His stats are like, they're solid. They're worse than Marth's. And his growths are worse than Marth's. 50% speed growth, 40% attack growth, 60% weapon level. Yeah, he's like fine. He's Rhodey the social knight. I just don't really like the Cavs in this game. I think they're kind of... They get hampered by the fact that they lose their promotion bonuses indoors. And so that kind of makes them... They just feel like 5 move... At that point, they're just like 6 move sword armor. Or sword units, right? But like without the stats that Ogma brings to the table. And everything I'm saying about Rhodey basically applies to Luke as well. 7 strength, 7 speed, 7 defense. Like meet 777, not 007. He's got even worse growths than Rhodey. Like 30% strength growth, 40% speed growth, 40% weapon level growth. Are his growths just all worse? Rhodey has better skill, better speed, better attack, better luck. They're tied in defense and resistance. And Rhodey has less HP growth. Luke has a 90% HP. Rhodey has 70%. Luke is mostly just worse, I think. Are his bases better? His bases are better. So I guess he's the bases Cav. And Rhodey's the growths Cav. That's probably a better place to be. Because of the star spheres. I haven't really mentioned the star spheres. But basically, the star spheres are like scrolls in Thracia on crack. They raise your growths by a kind of absurd amount and lower your growths by a trivial amount in other areas. You can, even just like with 1 or 2 star spheres, really elevate a growth unit to like astronomical levels. So for that reason, Luke having worse growths but better bases, I think just makes him better. I mean, also, obviously, in the 0 growths context, he's just better because bases over growths. But in a vanilla playthrough, you can fix his growths. You can't really fix Rhodey's bases unless you give Rhodey your stat boosters. But, like, why are you doing that? It's fucking Rhodey. So Luke's just kind of better. And I think that's the general consensus at FE12 too. So Luke Gaming. Still a Cav, still, like, doesn't get his promo bonuses. Indoor maps for the end of the game. It's a little bit cringe. It's not as bad as, like, it's not the unit killer, right? I'm saying that it's like, that's the big problem with them, and it is the big problem with them, but it's not necessarily as bad as I'm making out to be. Like I said, you just lose movement when you're unpromoted. So early on, they get to keep their stats and just switch to using swords, which are a better weapon type anyway. And they want to dismount on this map, because in order to cross these mountains in the fort, they need to dismount. So, even though the weapon triangle doesn't exist, like swords being the better weapon type, and they need to dismount to get over anyway, they just lose movement, they don't lose other stats, so it's fine. In that thought process, there's genuinely an argument that Cecil is the strongest of the 3 Cavs. Not only because her bases are solid, like 7, 7, 8, 8, 7. Look at these bases. Why does Cecil just have better bases than the boys? Is this the fabled Fire Emblem Misandry edition? But also because outside of strength, her growths are just better. She has a 30%, well, HP as well, 50% HP growth. But she has a 30% strength growth, but then 60% skill, 60% speed, 70% weapon level. Her bulk growth is not great. But the main argument for her, if we're going on the logic of like, well, when you're dismounted, you get to keep the same stats, you just lose movement, but you get sword access, so it's kind of a trade-off. The Lady Blade, which we will get next chapter, is effective against brigands. I believe it's also just got good stats. It's not quite as good as FE12 stats. Because in FE12, it's just basically a silver a silver sword. Yeah, the lady sword is 12. Jesus Christ, it's 12 might. Wait, is that better than silver? That might be, it's equal to silver. Jesus Christ, it's just silver, but it's also effective against thieves, brigands, barbarians, and pirates. That's so stupid. I thought it was a little bit weaker, but no, it is just a silver sword that is lady exclusive and is effective against some not uncommon classes. So, like, you just turn her into a sword cav and she gets 36 might against bandits, yeah. Yeah, like, that's the appeal to using Cecil. The other two are kind of clowns. Now, obviously, Cecil's not the only woman in this game. She's the only woman in our starting squad, but we're gonna get two very strong women very close to, like, very soon. And they can also dismount and become sword cavs. So it's not like the Lady Blade is exclusive to Cecil. There are, I mean, why am I speaking around it? It's Pala and Katria. Everyone fucking knows that, right? So, like, it's not Cecil's personal weapon, but it is a tool that she has that the boys don't, which is good for her. I guess they thought being forced to dismount to use it was bad enough. I guess. But you don't lose stats other than movement. And, like, yes, move is the best stat, yada, yada, yada. You know who does lose stats, though, for dismounting? Is fucking Alan. Alan, bring me to Allentown. Alan. Check out Tim Allen's fucking... Or, not Tim Allen. What's his name? Allen's business card. Anyway. It's the Jagan. Like, what do you expect? He has 10% growths in everything except for luck, where it's 0, Lamau. But he's got decent starting stats, and he starts promoted in a game where promotion items are rare and come late. Also, 11 speed at base and 10 defense. Like, does he need his growths? Does he need his growths? What are you doing, Alan? But, like, seriously, does he need his growths? I guess his strength is a little shaky at 8. But, like, 10 defense, 11 speed. What is this man doing? Of course, he loses 2 strength, 3 skill, 3 speed, 2 defense, and 6 resistance when dismounted, and also 4 move. Basically, he loses promotion bonuses, right? And eventually, the Cavs do get better than him. The other thing is, right, his bad growths, you could just fix with the fucking Star Sphere. I think Alan is actually really fucking good in FE3. It's funny because he's in contention for, like, one of the Jagans who falls off the hardest in FE12. I won't say he's bad in FE12, because, like, lol, how are you beating the early game without General Aaron? Or, like, Wyvern, or, like, all the other things he can do, right? But he is definitely on the spectrum of, like, when it comes from Seth versus Marcus versus Aaron. Aaron definitely doesn't scale into the late game, right? But here, Alan, he's just good. He scales into late game. Give him a couple of Star Spheres, he scales all the way. But, like, I would argue, even without the Star Spheres, just on the power of his raw stats alone, he holds up quite a bit. 11 speed, 10 defense is kind of crazy. Like, that's 1 less than Doga, who's supposed to be the big tank. Now, obviously, indoor maps he's gonna struggle, dismounting he's gonna struggle, but, like, he has got the Silver Lance. He's got 22 attack right now. What's these guys got? Wow, the dialogue lied to us. The cutscene said he'll one-shot them. He does not one-shot them. Fucking lying in the dialogue. Hi, Alan. I'm gonna invalidate your entire existence. Yeah, I mean, Sirius is obviously better. We'll get to Sirius when we get to him. But, like, it doesn't change the fact that Alan's good. Are those bases better than Book 1, Alan? I don't know what Book 1's Alans are off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be surprised. He's level 3. Doga. Doga. We'll talk about the archers last. We'll save the archers for last. Oh, Doga. Oh, Doga. Mr. Indoor Lances. Is he one of only 2 characters that can use lances indoors? It's him and Shima. So if you want someone to use the Gradavis in endgame, you kind of got to train up Doga. He's like, his growths are pretty bad, but just fix him with the Star Sphere, right? 20% strength, Jesus Christ. 20% strength, 10% defense, 40% speed. He's supposed to be like the fast armor, he's not even fast. Indoor Lances is a meme just like Thracia. I mean, I would argue the Gradavis is a good weapon. The reason they're a meme in Thracia is there's no good lances in Thracia. Gradavis is a good weapon. The problem is Shima and Doga are not very good. Horseslayer Gaming. Like, if there were a unit who's not Shima or Doga, who, like, you know, if Lawrence was in this game, right? Indoor Lances would be good. So it's not a problem of, like, the lances themselves being bad. It's more that Doga, like, he's level 6 already. You can fix his growth to Star Spheres, like everyone. But he mostly just serves as, like, I have 11 defense in the early game. I have 11 defense in the early game. And, like, 11 defense in the early game is not bad. Like, look at these guys. 13 attack, 13 attack, 13 attack. Are they all 13 attack? What's the hunters? 12 attack, right? And none of them have the AS to double him. 2 AS, 0 AS, right? But he's gonna be permanently at 0 AS. He's gonna eventually start getting doubled by things. 11 defense doesn't hold up into the mid-late game, and his defense growth is Garbo. It's a shame, because I think he's actually solid in FU, in Book 1. But in Book 2, I'm just less of a fan of him. There's also, like, the thing people make fun of is he can't participate in the second half of the map because he literally can't cross these mountains. But, like, neither can the archers, like, you know, who cares? It's one map. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Doga Gaming. I don't know. Anyone have any Doga tech they want to share before we move on to the archers? Because I feel like he could, you know, he's a Jaken more than Alan is because he falls off. I mean, so does Alan, but like, yeah, it's the Louis archetype. Secretly, the armor was the Jaken all along. Except for his strength is Garbo, his speed is Garbo, his weapon level is, like, not very good. Yeah. He's just an early game wall. He kind of is just an early game wall. And then we get to the archers. Gordon, remarkably solid. Gordon is remarkably solid. In part because the scariest enemies in the game are Draco Knights, and Draco Knights take effective damage from bows. So you just want to use archers. Gordon is probably one of the better units in the game just as a result of that. His growths are like whatever. 30% attack, 30% speed, 60% weapon level, 10% defense. But what you do is you just, like, you hope that his only good growth is weapon level, so you just give him your good bows as his weapon level goes up. 12 move wyverns. Yeah, 12 move wyverns, and they start showing up in Chapter 2. And they take, like, no damage because they've got such defense, too. They take no damage from your other people, and Gordon's just like, hello, I am here with my steel bow to fucking murder some bitches. Gordon Gaming all the way. I think he just becomes solid. He just, like, maintains being solid. Chapter 2. Yeah, wyverns show up starting in Chapter 2. Like, jump scared by promoted enemies. Draco Knights only have 10 move. That's what I mean by wyverns. Oh, you mean the literal wyverns. Sorry, you mean the literal wyverns. I thought you meant like wyvern knights, like that's what we call wyverns. I'm sorry, I'm a Fire Emblem player. I call Draco Knights wyverns. I call Draco Knights wyverns. But there are literally flying dragons as well, like the wyverns. And those he's also good against, right? As it turns out, look at this. Effective damage is 34. And that's just because of the steel bow. And also he's got solid bases. Gordon is kind of just remarkable. The unit's so nice, they gave you him twice. Because Ryan is just, what if Gordon had worse base stats, but better growths? And like, the answer is that's worse. Not only because like, oh, elitism, bases over growths, although I do believe that bases are usually more important than growths. But they're both valuable. But in FE3, as I keep saying with these people, if you've got shitty growths, just slap on a growth booster. And bada bing, bada boom, you don't have shitty growths anymore. So like, if Ryan is the good growths version of Gordon, Gordon is actually the good growths version of Gordon. Because Gordon with the Star Sphere is the good growths version of Gordon. And it's not even like Ryan's growths are actually that good. Like, Gordon has a 30% strength growth, Ryan has a 40% strength growth. Gordon has a 30% speed growth, Ryan has a 40% speed growth. Gordon has a better weapon level growth, 60% versus Ryan's 40%, and like, that's the more important thing. Ryan has a 20% defense growth tied with Marth, as opposed to Gordon's 10%. Ryan is entirely just, I sniped the Chapter 2 and 3 Draco Knights, that's all he is. I mean, if you want to, you can train him long-term. In my last playthrough, I used him long-term. Not the FE12 one, although I did also there. But specifically my last FE3 playthrough, I used him long-term. And, like, it's fine. You know, in the same way that you can just slap growth boosters on anyone, if you want a specific class unit, you can use them. Gordon can get early Parthia on time. Yeah, Ryan is unlikely to get early Parthia on time. Because his starting weapon level is 5. In fact, can he even use the steel bow? I don't think he can. His starting weapon level is 5 and his growth is pretty bad. And like, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for him. Because the main way you get damage against flyers is by using a stronger weapon. Archers are defensive in Arcanea because hunters are supposed to be faster and mobile. That's FE1 you're thinking of. Like, here, the archer, I mean, I guess their bases are kind of defensive. 6 defense on Ryan, 8 defense on Gordon, but their growths are not. Ryan has a 20% defense growth. Like, nobody really has good defense growths, though, so. But yeah, Ryan, worse Gordon, but like, if Gordon is such a phenomenal unit, I'll take a second worse one. Like, his little brother's still good. The funny thing is, I get some comments from time to time on my archers video about how, like, Ryan is the best archer of all time, and I'm just like, I don't see it. I don't understand. What's the vision here? Gordon has more base defense than the Cavs. True, that's because the Cavs are losers. Okay. All the unit reviews out of the way. I can understand FE12 Ryan because Archer on Prologue. Archer on Prologue, good. That is true. Cringe 5 movement moment, though. God, look at that, Cecil Gaming. I always preferred Archers to Hunters in Book 2 because of dismounting in terrain screwing Horsemen over. Yeah, as far as promotion gains go, Horseman is a little unfortunate. You get the Parthia as early as Chapter 5 if you don't give a damn about the good ending. And don't like George. I don't know if Ryan gets the Parthia that quickly. Or, not Ryan, Gordon gets the Parthia that quickly. The deceased King Gruni had 2 children, Princess Eumina and Prince Eubello, twins of 13 to 14 years of age. The king was scared of Garneth, so he sent the 2 to Kadeen. I heard they were held hostages and locked inside a dark room. When they were finally rescued by Wendell, they were on the brink of death. The bishop immediately took them to the monastery in Kadeen to care for them. Oh, that's cool lore. That's cool lore. Gordon can also be on prologue, but considerably less prologue. You're also giving up Athena, who's like one of the best prologue units for that. So, you know, it comes at an opportunity cost. Oh, please spare this girl. She's just 10 years old. She hasn't even finished her training as a sister. Don't worry, old lady. We're not going to take this child. Huh? Aren't you a soldier of the Empire? No, you've got the wrong idea. We haven't come here to fight. If you require anything, please ask. We have some food. Please take it if you want. Wait, please, take me with you. You're really only 10 years old? Actually, I've already become of age, but my grandmother lied for me so the soldiers wouldn't take me away. Well, I know if I stay here, I will eventually be discovered and captured by the Imperial soldiers. Lang soldiers are like beasts, but you're different. You have very kind eyes. Please take me out of this country into your own country. Is that all right, grandmother? Ah, of course. You will be much safer compared to here. Young lad, I beg of you, please protect this girl. If you want it, be no problem for her to become your bride. This child, like me in the past, is a beautiful girl. She will definitely make a fine wife. Maliesia, if this youth was to be your husband, you would be happy, right? Honestly, grandmother, it's far too early. Maliesia doesn't know what to do. Is that really her name in this translation? Malicia. I guess it's not that far off. Malicia. Yeah, it's just spelled wrong. So Malicia is your early healer. Healer out of 10. Obviously good. But it's not just, it's not just healer out of 10. She gets some unique stabs to herself. She can use Hamern, that's a PRF, and I think Thief is also a PRF for her. 1 strength. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, she'll heal 10. But it's still healing. Healing 10 out of 10. Having a character called Malice, literally. Malicia. But yeah, I think she's quite good. Hammern obviously is the valuable thing. But you can't Hammern stabs, so like, it's a little bit cringe. You can't Hammern the Regalia either. Like, there's limits to the Hammerning. They were trying to keep in check warp skipping. So like, that's cringe. Thief as a PRF? I think Thief is a PRF, right? Hammern and Thief, lol, the Thracia sisters. They are kind of just clumped into one unit. Yeah, the stabs are weird. The stabs are weird in terms of like what's a PRF for who. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Malicia has Thief as a PRF. Although it works differently. Because it's not stealing from enemies, it's opening treasure chests. So it's kind of like unlock, basically. Except for you can't use it on doors. That's a different staff. That's unlock. But yeah, pretty solid. Solid staffer out of 10. Plus Thief, plus Hammern, plus Gaming. Thracia unlock opens chests. Yes, but this is FE3. Smiley face. Thief apparently isn't a PRF, but you don't get that many staff use in this game. Oh, what is her PRFs then? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Thief is Melissa's PRF in this game. Are you sure you're not confusing it with FE12? I confused it with Unlock. Now, Unlock is for doors, Thief is for chests. Unlock, I believe, is for everyone. You may never trust me again. Trust shattered. Nah, I take that as a collective knock against chat as a concept. And I will trust chat less. There's only 2 clerics, the other one has Rescuers or PRF? Yeah. And then the others are all promoted, right? Danny, did you get to FF6? I actually just started it today. I got the Nazi cutscene. I sent a picture to my wife and I was like, FF6 villains are Nazis. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, look. This is literally a reenactment of the Hitler speech. They're doing the Sieg Heil and everything. Like, fuck subtlety. Let's just make our villains Nazis. I'm here for it. They're not supposed to be sympathetic. They're the bad guys. Sure, fuck it. Make the villains Nazis. But yeah, I played about, 2 hours? Maybe an hour and a half. Of FF6. I wanted to finish Super Lesbian RPG first. Super Lesbian Animal RPG first. No spoilers, because I'm still very early. After the previous war ended, Princess Nina handed over this country to General Lawrence and allowed him to freely rule. However, after Hardin became emperor, he removed General Lawrence's power and sent Lang's army here. Lang stole everything from us, not just money, but also food, clothes, and even our loved ones were. Ah, if only General Camus was still here, then we wouldn't need to fear Lang. I just got your stream in my recommended, and the first thing I heard was Super Lesbian Simulator. It's not Lesbian Simulator, it's Super Lesbian Animal RPG. It's a JRPG, but everyone's a lesbian. Lesbian Simulator sounds like a fucking porn game, though. It sounds like a fucking porn game. I'll be for real, for real. I wouldn't play something called Lesbian Simulator. The streets are calling it the greatest first impression. It seems the Empire's reinforcements have come. It's already reached this stage. Lord Oguma, I am deeply sorry for getting you involved in all of this. Yes, but you couldn't listen to one last request of mine? I was sent here by King Talus to help you. If there's anything I can do for you, please ask. It is that so? Then I ask of you, please send these children to Macedonia. These children, Prince Eubello and Princess Yumina, are children in the late King Runia. I have always been protecting them in secret, but that is no longer possible. If they fell into General Lang's hands, I bet he would execute them, without question. Please take these children to Wendell and Macedonia. I understand. I'll protect these two with my life. Truly? Thank you. Well, Prince Eubello, Princess Yumina, you will escape with Lord Oguma. No, I won't go. If we must escape, Lawrence must come with us too. Princess Yumina, I am afraid I cannot leave. My body is in such agony that even walking pains me. So please don't worry about me. You two must flee. Why? Why must you say that? Lawrence, you fought to protect us. That's why you suffer such a heavy wound. How can you tell us to leave you? I will not go. I will not leave your side. What should I do, General? This is troublesome. Yumina will undoubtedly stick to her word. I apologize, Lord Oguma. You may leave. I understand. Then I will find another way to help you. I will find King Lang and kill him! I will use my blade to send him to his grave. If I succeed, perhaps the nearby enemies will retreat. General Lawrence, you must live to see that day. Don't get yourself killed! I bet an eighth of my lifespan that's a game on Steam. It probably is. It probably is. Oguma, you don't have an Armor Slayer! Is Yubello even in this cutscene? Common Yubello L. This really is just the Aaron solo, though, lol. Sorry, the Allen solo. Tim Allen over here. Fresh off the set of Toy Story 5. Yo, I saw another movie, that I made a video on. I made another movie video for Ice Rider. I saw Supergirl tonight. More like super mid. Unfortunately, it was not very good. I mean, it was fine. It was like, what if Guardians of the Galaxy was worse? Is basically what it was. By the way, Alan's stats are exactly the same as Alan thanks to zero growths. Alan moment. Yubello joining between Linda and Merrick without legendary tomes due to testicles not even Nosferatu. It's a Marvel movie? No, it's DC. That's different. It's still comics, but like Superman was really good. Like, this very much felt like a Marvel movie. But it's Detective Comics, DC. Yo, she can't even cross the mountain. What a loser! I'm gonna buy an iron bow for Gordon. I'm a dumbass. No, it's easy to get them mixed up. It's easy to get them mixed up. 10 out of 10 map design. Everyone talks about how Doga can't cross the mountain, but no one can cross the fucking mountain except for Alan and Marth. Well, the dismounted cabs. Dismounting the cabs, they also can. Look at that, though. He's just like, he's shredding them. It takes a long time to get a mountain crossing doctorate. DC movie track is irregular. We had Wonder Woman 1984 and Batman vs. Superman. Well, that was all under different management, though. That was like the old DC. Then they basically restarted it with, Superman. I think old DC was usually pretty bad. Of what I've seen, I saw like Wonder Woman, which was mid. And Aquaman, which I was surprised was better than I thought it would have been. But was still mid. Are you killing or exploding Lawrence? Oh, we always explode him here. We always explode him. And we have to do this. This is also very funny. So Aaron, go visit this house. I only saw a glance of him, but that Paladin Aaron didn't look too good! Washed! Fucking washed! I don't know why I find this so fucking funny. Every time. He's one of only 2 people that can cross the mountain. So there's a 50-50 chance he's the one who visits this village. That's the best part. Alan on Fraud Wasp. Invest in Lance instead. Bro is dying. In any case, if he continues fighting, it'll be difficult for others to improve. Lord Marth, it is you. Although I knew the enemy's reinforcements had come, I didn't expect it was you. It is a shame that we must fight Aritia and fight against your highness. Please wait! I don't intend to make you fight with you. From the citizens, I have discovered disturbing facts about the atrocities performed by the occupation army. I will inform Emperor Hardin about these facts. If I meet him, I will definitely be able to rescue Grunia. So please, put away your weapon. Your Highness, I appreciate your favor, but that is impossible. Your Highness, you don't know a thing. You think somebody like Hardin would send a heartless man like Lang here for no reason? He wanted to provoke us into rebelling, so that the kingdom of Grunia would be completely destroyed and become ruled by the Empire. That is the reason why he sent such a cold-blooded man here. What? Why would? I cannot possibly believe that Hardin would do such a thing. I didn't expect you to accept the troops so quickly. However, since he became Emperor, he has completely changed. He is no longer the Hardin that your Highness once knew. Anyway, I believe we're finished here. However, your Highness, I have just one last request. In this fortress, Grunia Royal Prince and Princess are hiding. Please save those children. If you can promise me that, I'll have no regrets. Lord Marth, let's just say that in exchange for my life, these children, I will hand them in your care. Boom, 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 boom! General Lawrence, how could you? Lawrence goes boom. You two are Grunia's Prince Ubello and Princess Yumina? Wow, Lawrence, he's dead! What should we do? You fiends, don't come near us. Otherwise we'll kill ourselves! Otherwise we'll kill ourselves! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Fire Emblem? What the fuck? Lawrence taught them suicide. Oh my god. Otherwise we'll kill ourselves. No, you've got it wrong. Ah, Lord Marth, you finally caught the rebels. General Lang, wait, those children are innocent. Can you hand them to us? That isn't possible. Prisoners of war must be taken to my castle. I must also execute them as soon as possible, so that other people dare not defy us. Your Highness, you must head immediately to Macedonia. The Macedonian army has rebelled, and its princess appears to have been captured by them. Emperor Hardin has ordered that you rescue the Princess Minerva. What? Macedonia? I understand, General. If it's to rescue Princess Minerva, I will gladly go. But first, please hand those children to me. I beg of you, General Lang. Don't be stubborn, Your Highness. When I said no, I mean it.
Well, you two come over here.
No, let go of me! You better help me! Help me kill myself! Yumina! Wait, Lang! Release those children!
Your Highness, please calm down. If we fight with Lang now, we will become traitors. On top of that, we currently don't have enough strength to oppose Lang's army.
But, Shagan, can we really give those children to Lang?
Right now, no matter what, we must stay calm. If we go to Macedonia and successfully rescue Princess Minerva, Macedonia may be able to help us. Your Highness, please stay calm for now. We must first go to Macedonia.
My headcanon is Hardin instigated the Macedonian rebellion to distract Marth. That's a good headcanon. I know we only did one chapter, and we've only been streaming for about an hour, but it's midnight, I'm tired, it's bedtime. We'll call it for tonight, and we'll play more FE3 later. Good night, gamers. Night, and we'll play more FE3 later.